Hi, and thank you again for Stephen and Linda for this precious opportunity being here as a speaker. I'm Verna. I'm from Veolia, Hong Kong, and at this moment, I serve Waylung Waste Services as the Deputy General Manager for Strategy and Business Development. So it's a great opportunity to be here to introduce Veolia's carbon emission trajectory in our operation. So for our my deck today is going to consist of 4 parts, from the Veolia introduction to our carbon emission commitment, and also I will briefly introduce the scope 1 to 4 emissions and one of our innovative project in Santex landfill for hydrogen production from biogas. So for Veolia, is a French company. I'm not sure like how many people here have been heard of Veolia. Veolia, we have over 170 years world, and we are the largest environmental management company in the world as a French company. And we, of course, we are Fortune 500 company as well. So at this moment, we have 218,000 employees globally. And our projects cross 4 continents with in 47 of 57 countries, and our turnover in 2023 is 45.3 billion euros. So for Veolia, we start from water management, which means we perform as WSD and DSD in Hong Kong, operate the drinking water plant and also wastewater treatment. And for waste part, we have lots of solid waste management projects, such as landfills, hazardous waste incinerations, and recyclables for plastic treatment and also battery treatment. And also for energy part, we manage various heat networking or district cooling networks, and also energy efficiency project. So talking about Veolia Hong Kong and Macau, we serve Hong Kong since 1990s. And in 2024, Veolia Macau also joined Hong Kong, so we become same group at this moment. Veolia actually Hong Kong has very strategic position for Veolia because it's also serve as our Asia Pacific headquarter. In 2024, Veolia Hong Kong and Macau has almost 2,500 employees. We have business on waste management and also the energy management. We have over 20 significant projects in Hong Kong and Macau. So if we look at the right-hand side, this is some significant project served to Hong Kong and Macau's communities. We have 3 strategic landfills, Went, Nant, and also Sant, including their extensions. All these 3 strategic landfills operated by Veolia at this moment. We have the one and only sludge treatment incinerator in Hong Kong T Park, and the very first food waste treatment plant, O Park 1, and also it's here in Qingyi, the chemical and medical waste treatment plant. So, and we have 6 restored landfills. And for Waylung, it's where I serve at this moment is a waste collection arm for Veolia Hong Kong. We have traditional waste collection services like tanker, hazardous waste collection. We also have innovative services like the smart bins for recyclables, food waste smart bins, and robot for desealing works. And also Macau, we have Ultra Clean and CSR. They also serve as the waste collection arm and provide cleaning and collection service for Macau. Besides the waste management part, we have lots of energy project as well. For like KDUC district cooling, we provide district cooling from seawater for hospitals, lots of public community area in KDUC area. And also for M+ Science Park, we also manage this small district cooling plant. We besides all of this, we have this energy efficiency solutions for buildings like Sunhouse, Palladium Plaza. And as the largest environmental company, of course, carbon emission is our mission and vision is our task. We are committed on the circular economy and ecological transformation. So for Veolia global level, we accelerating our carbon emission since 2015. So it has been 7 years. And with our latest commitment in terms of carbon emission, we commit on 50% reduction of scope 1, 2 in 2032, 50% growth on scope 4 in 2030, and for 2050, we commit on net zero. So all this target has been submitted to science-based target initiatives. So how we commit on our carbon emission trajectory in the operations? As I mentioned, we have water, waste, and energy 3 business line. So for energy, we try to phase out the coal and also do lots of energy efficiency actions in the energy business line. For waste, we increase the methane capture rate because we have lots of landfills. We manage lots of vehicles on site of our collections. So we will divert vehicle from diesel to hybrid or electric, and we remove plastic from our solid waste collected, and also increase carbon dioxide capture from for incinerations. And for water business line, we try to optimize the electricity mix and use more and more renewable energy. And in order to achieve net zero in 2050, we have further development, like we try to use alternatives from natural gas to renewable energy and improve our heat network. And we have some innovative solutions, hydrogen, which I mentioned before, is well fit, and also CO2 and plastic recyclings. So as Hong Kong, I think it's not something new for everyone. Like Hong Kong commit on net zero into 2050 and commit on 50% reduction of emission. Not net zero, I mean carbon neutrality is different. For reduce 50% of total carbon emission and support all these measures with 250 billion Hong Kong dollars. So if we look at Hong Kong's greenhouse gas inventories, we still have, like, based on the data from year 2021, we have 63% from electricity generation, 19% from transportation, and which take into our account is we still have 8% from waste, right? And as Veolia manage all the 3 landfills, we generate 2,060 k-ton carbon dioxide equivalent everything in year 2021. So how we reduce all these emissions from our operations, and is of course Veolia Hong Kong's mission. So for Veolia Hong Kong and Macau, we commit on reduce scope 1, 2 emission by at least 25% based on 2023 benchmark. For scope 1, as I mentioned, we have 3 landfills, so increase the methane capture rate is critical for our landfills, especially Nan and Wan, because these 2 landfills accept municipal waste over 120,000 every single day. And also we explore carbon capture solutions for incinerations. We have incinerator in T Park, right? For scope 2, we try to being self-sufficient for each plant. Like chemical waste treatment plant is being operated since 1990s. At the very beginning, it doesn't have this kind of self-sufficient system. So we are going to build a steam turbine for the chemical treatment plant and reduce our energy consumption from the grid. For scope 3, we have this green procurement strategy globally and also adopted in Hong Kong and Macau. For scope 4 is the hydrogen project, which I'm going to demonstrate afterward. So I'm going to briefly introduce the scope 1 to 4. For Veolia, we have like our emission consists of 3 parts. We have 73% from carbon dioxide, mainly from the combustion of fossil fuel, and 26% from methane, mainly from landfills, and 1% from nitrous oxide, is from the wastewater treatment process. And also, for scope 1 and scope 3, Veolia emit scope 1, which is direct emission from our landfills, because for landfills, we have fugitive methane. Also scope 1, for everyone may familiar here, is direct from human being activities like combustion of fuel waste. And for scope 2, it's from indirect emission from how we consume electricity. So like we have lots of like water treatment plant, has very high electricity consumption, so they emit scope 2. And for scope 3, it's from the upstream and downstream of value chain. But what I'm going to talk here is scope 4. It's a new concept. The definition and the terminology of scope 4 is simply speaking, is emission from our own services per se. It's not emitted by Veolia's clients, it's emitted by Veolia's own activities. So for as I mentioned before, our target is to increase the scope 4, which means we have to avoid the more emissions or reduce the more emissions. For avoided emissions is emit for external greenhouse gas savings, like we recycle more materials, or we use renewable energy in our plants. Like I take T-Park as a reference. T-Park has T-Park is a zero emission plant. It's a self-sufficient plant. So they have lots of solutions. Like we have on-site desalination plant to convert seawater to waters, and also we use our wastewater like own wastewater for flushing. And for T-Park, we also generate lots of heat. So for the surplus heat from our non-hazardous waste incinerator, we will provide to CLP and to reduce the external greenhouse gas emission. For wet landfills, we also have surplus biogas. We will produce supply to CLP and generate to electricity, provide to the grid eventually. For reduced emission, it was emission emitted internally to reduce our own greenhouse gas. So for instance, for landfills, we increase the methane capture rate in order to increase our own reduced emissions from time 0 to time N. So that's how we increase our reduced emissions. And for the last part, I'm going to introduce the biogas to hydrogen project at Sentex. For this project, we just signed an MOU with Tongas recently, and Tongas and Veolia will commit on the hydrogen production, hydrogen transmission, and the hydrogen refueling station. Actually, Veolia already have a hydrogen plant in France, in the wastewater treatment plant, which produce 10 kilogram hydrogen every single day. But for this plant, our designated capacity is 330 kilogram, which can provide power to 7 to 8 hydrogen bus for a full day operation. And the reason why we develop a hydrogen project, obviously we mentioned like we have to increase the avoided scope 4 emissions. And for landfills, they do have lots of surplus biogas. We adopt lots of solutions to utilize our biogas, but still we have surplus biogas. Previously, we will flare the biogas, which is a waste and also is not help to the environment, right? So we try to copy and adapt our hydrogen project from France to Hong Kong, and to utilize the excess biogas to hydrogen. And also it's to support the latest launched Hong Kong hydrogen strategy, which Hong Kong government actually has a sales task force for hydrogen, and it gave agreement to 14 projects. For this Sentex hydrogen project is one of the 14 projects, and also increase avoided emission. So for hydrogen value chain, I'm going to have a briefly introduction. Hydrogen, they have green hydrogen from fossil fuel, blue hydrogen from natural gas, pink hydrogen from nuclear. But for Veolia's project, it's the very first green hydrogen amongst all the hydrogen projects, because we generate hydrogen from biogas, and the biogas actually from the decomposition process of organic waste. So it's absolutely green hydrogen. And sorry. So there's a little bit background of SANT and Sentex. SANT and Sentex, they located in TKO. SANT served Hong Kong since 1994. It started with municipal waste, municipal solid waste, but we understand that Hong Kong government developed TKO as for residential buildings, right? So at this moment, SANT and Sentex only accept the construction waste, and we already adopt ammonia stripping for leachate treatment, on-site electricity generator. We have genset on-site, and also surplus biogas supply to town gas. This is our solutions for SANT and Sentex to increase the utilization rate of our biogas. And for this hydrogen production plant, we adopt steam methane reforming technologies, which is widely accepted in the United States and worldwide. So it's a pre-treatment. We use removing the impurities from biogas, such as particulate, water, hydrogen sulfide, and siloxanes. So this is some of the major impurities in the biogas. And for the production stage, we convert biogas, react with steam. Of course, we have catalyst to carbon monoxide, and subsequently carbon monoxide will react with steam as well, and generate very pure hydrogen. So this is called a steam methane reforming and water gas shift process. That's how we produce the hydrogen. And for the utilization, at this moment, we mentioned we have a refueling station on site, basically for transportation application. We also have this tube trailer for power generation, because we understand hydrogen is not quite stable, right? So we have a specialized transportation method with solid cylinder. I mean, the fixed cylinder to transport, or by tube. That's how we transport all this hydrogen. So this is pretty much my presentation, and thank you for everyone's patience.